it's the rally season, and also the African Rally Championship is coming up in a few weeks, and we'll be getting details of that. We've heard how everything is happening when it comes to the course. Now let's take a look at safety matters, and today we have Norris Ongalo, the Chief Safety Officer, WRC Safari Rally. Karibu sana to WRC Safari Rally TV. I'm just trying to be careful so that I don't say rally. So Rally TV. So let's just get into it. Very exciting moment for Kenyans. I know we are all looking forward to this rally. I know the WRC is also there too. And when that, I remember back in the day when that call came in, and and you're being told you're going to be part of this. How did it feel for you?
Well, I had mixed feelings. First of all, it was exciting, especially having been out of the event for 19 years. It was quite exciting to come and meet the new drivers and to be seen to be, the one helping clear the grounds for them to have a safe rally. But the other challenge was it's been 19 years, so things have really evolved, so we don't know what to expect. But I think it's been good so far. We've got very, very good support from our brothers from the UK, Rally GB. They've really been quite helpful. So they've made our learning curve fairly flatter.
Yes. Yeah. So quickly, how ready are we for this event?
We were ready last year. This event was meant to be last year. So we were ready. So this year, actually, one thing you should know, in motorsports, you were never ready. Even when we used to rally, and you find drivers in their garages up to 3 a.m., and they're supposed to be waking up that morning to do a rally. So you more or less feel like, no, I can still do one more thing. So that's where we are at. We were ready last year, but we still feel that we can still polish, we can still change, make a little tweaks here and there. It's an ongoing process. But if you are called today to run an event, we will run it.
Yes. Let's talk about the safety measures that have been put in place for the drivers, the crew, the spectators. Just break it down for us.
First of all, for us, we look at safety as a common sense. Safety is just common sense. We don't want to complicate it. It has to be basic, it has to be simple, it has to be easy to communicate and understand. Now, we've got different sets of channels that we look at. The first channel being the driver channel. Now, driver channel is highly governed by technical dossier that we have. When they go through scrutineering, there are certain things that they must comply to, both as a driver in terms of the kit and as the vehicle that they will drive. So that goes through scrutineering, and it's fairly governed by rules and regulations. And that's, you get cars scrutineered a couple of days prior to the event. So whatever has to be sealed is sealed, etc. So that's the channel of drivers. The second channel is now when it gets to the human resources. This is the people you're deploying, the officials, the marshals, etc. So these guys must be equipped with knowledge on how to, be safe themselves before they can, offer service. So lots of training have been conducted. We've had the team from the UK conduct trainings, the FIA trainings. We've got a couple of modules from the FIA that we used. And we've already actually trained our own trainers. Now they are able to train the marshals. And then the third facet is now what the marshals will do. The marshals will make sure the safety of spectators is guaranteed, literally guaranteed, because one incident is one incident too many. So for spectators, we look at it in two ways. We look at it as proactive, which means we come up with material that we educate spectators. So we're working on what we call a spectator guide that will tell spectators this is the do's and don'ts, this is the place you should be, this is where you shouldn't be. Actually, there's no need to even telling them where you shouldn't be. You need to tell them where they should be.
Yes.
So that's what we're doing. Yeah, and then in there we're giving them...
Kenyans can get very excited.
Oh yes. Yes. Yeah, so you don't give them too much information, but give them enough to excite them.
Yes.
So we've got very nice places where if the event allows and if the situation allows, spectators will enjoy. And if they can't enjoy in the comfort of the animals, etc., they can enjoy the comfort of their phones and their TVs.
Yes, and there was also that part, I know there are different marshals involved. This includes KWS, who are also on board to just help.
you know, when you start working on an event like this from a safety point of view, the first thing you do is a risk assessment. Now, once you complete your risk assessment and you have highlighted which are the most highly likely items to happen and which are the most severe items to happen, you come up with a safety matrix. Now, from the safety matrix, you now prioritize what sort of mitigation actions do you need to take for each action. And now those mitigation actions are summed up in a document called a safety book. Yeah. Now within the safety book, you realize that you have resources, and the resources could be the marshals, could be KWS, could be police, and then also could be equipment. True. Okay, so to your point, yes, KWS is one of the resources we require because one of the risks was wild animals. We don't know how to talk to them. We don't know their language. Yes. I wish we had. Yeah. So KWS will definitely step in and help us, and we already know which pockets we need their help. Yes. And it's not just KWS because some of the routes in private ranches, but they have their own people. So also those we call them as part of the team. Yes.
Wow, and I know we'll continue talking about this as we go forward on the WRC Safari Rally TV about all the safety measures put in place because I know it's very wide. But I think as we go on, you can break it down for the guys at home, for our viewers, just what will be happening. So finally, as we wrap up, because I know you have to go, what do you think you personally are looking forward to let's start with the ARC, which is like in a few days' time, and then with the WRC.
ARC is just 2 months to WRC. Yeah. It's the other way around. WRC is 2 months.
Yes.
You got the gist.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I would love them to have different scenarios. The same routes, but different scenarios. I'd want one to be wet, one to be dry. Wow.
That's very interesting. Yeah. We will have another interview about this. Yes.
It gives you different, fields. Yeah. The wet one gives you, guys will be stuck in mud, but there's no dust. Yes. But the dry one, you challenges dust, lots of sand, and guys get stuck in sand. Getting stuck is probably a common denominator, but the environment is totally different. The challenges are different. So I would like to see, a blend of that. And again, when it rains, then you probably have places where guys have to cross rivers. So you give them almost everything. Yes. Yeah, when it's too dry, those rivers mean nothing. It's just a dip. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for. Yes. Which one I want to be wet or dry, I don't know. But
the weather has been a bit tricky of late.
It looks like, and it just looks like Naivasha's raining, so it looks like ARC just could be wet.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Maybe my prayer is answered.
Ooh, ARC. We were trying to pray for ARC to be on wet. Yes, ground. So thank you so much. And I know we'll be talking to you soon, maybe in Naivasha, when we get to Naivasha, because this is happening in Nairobi and Naivasha, and everyone is looking forward to that. So thank you so much. That is Norris Ongalo, the Chief Safety Officer, WRC Safari Rally.